been a really long time since I've done a stream, and I apologize for that. It is my crazy 3 weeks of doing 3 shows in 3 weekends. And so I am usually spending the time that I do have at home just trying to catch up on everything. But here I am working on a Killer Frost. So this is the reference picture that was given to me as far as what character. So it's the TV series Killer Frost. And I started it in Edmonton Comic-Con last weekend. Didn't have time to finish it, but I did a bunch of sketches at the show, so I'm super happy about that. But this one I have gone too far with, like usual, and I have a whole plan, and so I'll have to see, well, I'm not gonna have to see if I get it done. Obviously I will get it done, though I don't think I'm gonna get the whole thing finished today, because at 4 o'clock my time I need to go pick up my son from school. So I'm not gonna have time to finish it all, but at least I can get started. Shane! The trip was amazing. The show was wonderful. Thank you so much. And as you guys could see, I moved away Sherlock's cat tree from here because he just wasn't getting on it. Maybe he didn't like that spot. So I got these trees and I really like them. Obviously right now is daytime, so the lights aren't really showing up a ton, but as it starts progressing more into winter, it's gonna be dark by now. So then they'll twinkle and be all happy. Harv is here. Hello, Harv. I'm sorry that you missed the show too, Shane. I hope that you're recovering well. Yes, I signed up for next year. Whoop whoop. Shows that are close, like Edmonton and obviously Calgary, that is extremely close, and the holiday market, ones like those I'll do every year because I'm right here and my Alberta people are wonderful and I love you guys. Oh, hi, Megu, it's Jacob. Anyway, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching them later. I totally understand if you don't have time to watch them while I'm live. It's my work day and your work day, I'm sure. So it's not, I don't expect you to be here, but thank you for catching up on them. You're amazing. Harv, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you. And I haven't started on your sketch yet because A, I would like to talk with you about it first. B, I need to get to the art store and do some purchasing if you liked my idea. So, but I want to make sure I can see you and see if I detect any like hints of not really liking the idea but not wanting to tell me situation. Hello, Lady Salvatore. Oh, for sure, I totally understand that you have work, and yes, it's the White Tree of Gondor. Woohoo! I love that, Dan. Okay, so for starters, here's my pencil case, and I got a little, what are those things called? Oh my goodness, what are they called? Okay, here, I have it right here. It's one of those little pins, you know, or maybe that's what they're called. They're just pins, and I got it from Leanna Vamp, and it matches perfectly with my pencil case, and I love it there, and I can cover up the little name because I think this is like a back-to-school pencil case, but it's the best one I've found, and it fits perfectly, and I love it. Oh, your wife is coming. That's amazing, Harv. I love it. Oh, Scott is here. Hi, Scott. I'm gonna see you in Tucson, right? You're coming to the Tucson show? Please say yes. All right, if the music is too loud or anything like that, please holler at me, everybody. And Dan got me some amazing chocolate milk packets, and I'm having them with coffee, and so I'm very pleased. Okay, I just have to tell you guys this first. This tree, it's actually two little trees. I think one is 6 feet tall and the other one's 4 feet tall. And then we have an 8-foot one downstairs. And I got the whole set of these trees for $60 from this lady who was selling them because she's downsizing. And oh my God, I'm so happy. I asked her if she got them at the Bay, which is a store here in Calgary that has these lit birch trees. And she's like, no, I got them from a specialty lighting store in New York. And I'm just like, squee. And when you look at them up close, they actually almost look like birch tree. They have a texture to them. They're like hand painted. And I got such a good deal. I'm thrilled. Oh my goodness, both Mo and you are gonna be there? Yes, oh my God, that's awesome, Scott. And hello, Froy. Thank you for making it to this stream. You guys are amazing. All right, so she has very icy skin. Vancouver Expo, that's right, I will be there. So I started inking this with black ink, so I'm pretty much gonna have to carry on through and do the rest of it with black ink as well. But then I have white paint. The person I'm doing the commission for said that they really liked the metallic paint that I use, so I'll be using that for some of the shimmery, frosty bits. So that will definitely be something that's literally just for me to have fun with and for the person who owns the commission. Oh yes, I'm glad you made it. Oh no, I'm sorry that you're going to be in Mexico. That's, well, I'm sure you're going to have fun in Mexico. You've missed the last few. I totally understand that. Everybody has stuff to do. Metallics, yes. That was the word I was looking for, Dave. All right, so there's gonna be some inking, but I'll probably switch to coloring and do her face and neck on this stream so that at least there's some Copic work that you guys can see. And at 3 o'clock my time, so in 45 minutes, the email is set to go out to all of you. So I obviously wrote it before going on stream today. And it's gonna go out, and that has all the details for sketches and commissions for the Baltimore show. So anyone that's going to Baltimore and would like to get on my commission list, I hope you're on my email list so that you can actually get it, because otherwise I start getting contacted via email, via my personal page, via Instagram, my art page. Like, I'll just start getting messages from everywhere and it's hard to keep track of it all. So this way goes to my email list first, everybody there gets first dibs, and I can kind of keep all of my commission list for the show all in one place, which is also very nice. Shane, as far as starting off, I would recommend that you start with the grays. I think there's 4 different types of grays. I own 3, and that is the toner grays, cool gray, and warm gray. The cool gray is bluish, warm gray is brownish, and the toner gray is pretty much just your flat gray, doesn't have any like undertone to it. And if you're gonna start with one of those, I guess just pick which of the three you like the best. And then from there, you can start adding in more and more. And that's how I did it. I started out with one set and just slowly started adding one new marker until you end up with this over the course of 7 years. See you later, Dave. Mark is here. Oh, thank you, Mark Riojas. I am so sorry that I missed a bunch of streams. At least that was something that I think I was pretty upfront with everyone about. If I'm traveling, it's a little harder for me to stream. But while I'm home, streaming it is. Hey, Symbiote. All right, so it is lots and lots of hair. So I'm gonna leave the hair for now because it's gonna take forever. And I'm gonna finish up her, her outfit. Now when I drew it, from some of the pictures, it looked like it was a collar, kind of like this here. But then I found another picture from the TV series where it looks like she has a kind of see-through-y, lacy, frosty-looking jacket. Sorry about banging that, you guys. Oh, makes total sense, Harv. I'm trying to get packing done too. I'm almost done and I totally get it. Batteries, gear, art, wires. Well, for me, art. For you, the cameras are your art. Okay, yes, I need to do a search for Killer Frost. Yes, so in some of them she has a outfit that's just a lot more, maybe it's a slightly newer outfit or something, but it almost looks like white lace strips as opposed to a big thick collar. So I really like that one and I think I'm gonna go with that. And then I'm gonna give her some little frosty ice shards coming out. Yes, thank you for not forgetting the salted plums, Harv. It's so nice of you. I am really, really, really excited about them. All right, I just needed to find this particular image that I wanted, and I found it. So I'm going to fix the pencils a little bit so that it's in keeping with the newer outfit that I found. It's not good quality. Oh, that is so awesome, Lady Salvatore. I kind of dropped off on the Flash and Arrow TV series, mostly because it was like they were on and then, you know, I catch up completely and I'm not very good at waiting, and so then I get into another TV series and then I don't pick it back up, but I need to. Okay. so I've got her look, and I am really loving the whole collar thing. And it's different than what I drew here. Chances are it was a slightly different outfit, but I'm gonna get this adjusted now. I thought it was kind of like a fur collar, and either it's that she has a new outfit that I like better, or it was one of the older outfits and then there's a new one. And as far as New York, Lady Salvatore, I will be seeing if I can get in next year, and then I'll have to see. I'll keep you guys updated for sure. They just don't post the option to apply for their show until around, I think it's May that the applications open, and then you hear about whether you're accepted in like June or July. So I've got a little bit of a wait. But I'll keep you posted for sure. Okay, so it goes. Yeah, it's slightly different. Now, I already inked some spots, which makes it a little bit more complicated as far as me being able to make adjustments to it. No, you're such a sweetheart, Lady Salvatore. Thank you. Just making sure that her body is in the right place here. want the lines kind of semi-radiating out from the bridge of her nose, actually. So there's some of them I need to adjust the angle. Okay, so this one is off a little bit. And it kind of looked like a big fat pencil, so I'll fix that. I'm almost out of lead here. So this is the type of lead I use. It's Pentel brand, 0.3 millimeter and HB. And I just stick a whole bunch in there. Because I don't like having to refill very often. As you guys can see, I'm a little bit lazy, I guess. And when I'm drawing, I want everything to just be full and ready to use, which is why I tend to overfill my Copic markers as well. Oh, thank you so much, Hans. So what I plan to do is to leave everything, put everything around her head. In the background is going to be like a really, really dark blue, and then everything in the foreground, all these little shards, and then also her hair will be white. Hey, Rogue Princess. All right, that's done. And then for the this whole lace section that's on her jacket, I do have a little bit of a plan. I would like to make it all the lacing stuff be white, right? And on her jacket in the reference image, it's also white like that. And then like there's squiggles. Think like somebody took a piece of paper and just scribbled around. So it's like that. And so what I'm gonna do is put a light skin tone underneath and then go over it with like white acrylic or something like that in a scribble pattern to make it look like the lace on top of her skin. For sure, Mark. No worries. And then I'll do little flyaways in just white, which I think will look really pretty. All right, see you soon, Harv. Looking forward to meeting your wife. This is gonna be so fun. All right, a few more little squiggles of hair. Well, it's kind of looking like I have to ink it in order to make any progress anywhere else. So I'll go as quickly as I can, you guys. Oh, that is amazing, Harv. I can't wait. Hi, Arrow 1086. So because I don't want the black lines to be too heavy, I'm going to be inking it pretty lightly. I won't be going over too many areas unless I have to because I screwed up somehow. To just try to keep the ink lines as light as I possibly can. See you later, Mark. Or wait, Mark Riojas, were you saying bye to Harv and that's what it was? Not sure. Oh, yes, Hans, I got your email. I'm so sorry about the delay. Honestly, I'm with Kara. I don't think that you made a mistake. But even so, it's no big deal. Nobody's mad at you. It's all good. Hey, Tom! I'm so glad you made it to the show. Whoop, whoop! Oh, yay. Thank you, Bedlam. And thank you, Tom. Yes, the Flash is awesome. I'm very behind on the show, though. I really need to catch up. Lady Salvatore, that's a good question. I really think that probably my favorite villain and hero would have to be within the Gotham universe. So of course I love Batman. I know Harley's an anti-hero, but I think she's awesome. And yeah, the whole Batman versus Joker world, I'd have to say, is probably my favorite. Oh, interesting. Oh, oh, okay, so Bedlam is... All right, it's all coming together. Hi, Neil. I can't stop drawing Harley. Yeah, I also get asked to draw Harley a lot. That's the thing that is interesting about like Twitch or all of these other places is I'll get suggestions. Well, you should really draw X character. I would really like to see you try X and all this kind of stuff. I draw what I'm commissioned to draw or what my work is. I don't really have time, though I want to take time. I'm going to start over. I don't really have time to just kind of draw a character because I want to. And if I'm going to take time, which I would like to start, it's to work on my weak areas in art, not so much drawing a character. There are 4 books currently sitting right over there waiting for me to actually read and study them. Like, I feel there are things in my art that I want to work on. So that being said, it's kind of like I really don't have the time to just draw a character. Right, just curls, curls, and more curls. But pretty soon I'll have all of this part done, and then I'm looking forward to working on all of the layering. So it's gonna need to, I'm gonna need to work from like dark to light, but the light is basically working in dark on negative, I guess, by leaving the whites as the white paper. So I have to have the whites kind of pre-planned, except for places where I'm gonna add the white on top. But adding white on top isn't as brilliant as the paper itself. So I try to like have a good balance between the two. Oh wow, that's cool, Hans. That's a long way for me to drive though. In November I already have a couple shows, but that is really awesome. All right, I think it comes down to a little point right there. And I'm gonna let it fade out towards the bottom here. So this is just the other side of her cloak thingy. And then just a little bit of her shoulder is showing. After last weekend. Oh yeah. What happened this last weekend, Hans? Hey, your mom's side dude, thank you so much for the follow. Actually, I think I had a couple other follows during this. Gabriella Yadira, thank you so much for following me here. Oh, that's right. Oh my God, you said that about the snowstorm. That has got to be so scary. Yeah, you were white knuckling the whole thing. David is here. Hi. Oh, thank you so much. That is so nice of you, your mom's side dude. Aw, I really appreciate that. We are doing great, David. I hope you're doing well. So my flight leaves at 7 tomorrow, but I need 7 o'clock, so I need to be there at 5 a.m. So I need to leave here at a little after 4 a.m. So I'll probably be up at like 3. Oh, that's so awesome of you, Scott. Thank you. You go into your channel and then to your dashboard, and then in there's a hosting tab or whatever, you know, all the little boxes. And thank you so much. Hello, River Dragon. Yeah, off to Baltimore. I've never been there before, so I'm really excited. And I just looked at the listings for the show, and it looks like I'm getting a booth again, which I'm really excited about. I didn't know. I thought that we had Artist Alley tables. But yeah, it looks like I'm not entirely sure because, you know, sometimes I'm not very good at deciphering where everything is on the map. But from what I could tell, this show kind of has all the guests of the show strewn all about on the like actual exhibitor floor. So it's like all the booths. And so then there's some booths with comics, some booths with a comic book guest, and then, you know, it kind of takes you all around. So that's kind of interesting and cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't think I've been at a show like this unless it's similar to how Cincinnati worked it. I'll have to see. Still, that's pretty awesome of them to give us an actual booth each. I'm really excited about that. I love having extra room. So I'm keeping my lines a little bit thinner and less detail. I don't need that much, and I probably should have done less on this side because I can't handle a lot of the heavy lifting of the shading of her hair with Copic marker. Hey, Jeff! And thank you so much for the host, Jeff. That is so nice of you. I really appreciate it. Hey, Philip! I'm big time now, Dawn. Yeah, I get a booth. Woot. Now I have so much further that I want to go, but I'm trying. Booth life forever. That is so great. Gabriel is here. Hi. Oh, thank you, Froy. Have a good one. I appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes. Oh man, I hope so, Gabriel. I hope I have time. And the real catch is I have to be able to carry it home in my luggage, and that's the problem. Or shipping it, and most of the things that I would want would be semi-fragile, and they're gonna get broken. So I'm so hoping I can get there, but I'm doubting it's gonna work for me to carry any of it home. And stop telling me they have such good Halloween stuff in Target. It's mean, I tell you, mean. Same here too, Shane. Oh, seriously? That's so weird. You're trying to help me. Aww. All right, if anyone is in the Baltimore area, it is 3 p.m. MST, which means that my email just went out about sketches for the show. And I want everybody who wants to get a sketch for Baltimore to have a chance to look it over. The one thing is, if you are not there, but you have a friend who can pick it up and pay for you, I'm okay with that, as long as you have something worked out, because I'm not gonna bring it home and mail it from Canada and stuff. It's a whole thing. So if you are on the list and you want to get that commission for Baltimore, definitely go check that out, because it's kind of first come, first serve, and I'll just answer the emails as they were sent in. She's kind of gonna look like Holy Killer Frost here, because she's got no little shines around her, kind of like a Catholic drawing of a saint. All right, and carrying on. Gabriel, I am going kind of crazy right now, though. I'm like on Kijiji, which is the Canadian Craigslist, and I'm like buying up Christmas stuff and holiday stuff, though I can't find anything Halloween that I like, because really for me Halloween is basically Victorian goth is what I would deck my entire house out with for Halloween. I really am not a fan of the gore and the, you know, monsters and zombies and all of that. I don't care for that. I like the, you know, skulls and that kind of thing is way more up my alley. And those are hard to find. Do they have that at Target right now, Gabriel? That's a good idea, Philip. Oh my God, Dan. It says Quickie Copic. Oh my God, send me a pic, Gabriel. Oh wow, that sounds amazing. He is being a troublemaker, Philip. So I think what I'm gonna do is pretend like her jacket isn't even there and just color it as if it's all skin, and then put the white on top of it. No more brownies for the Forest Lord. He is quite a problem, isn't he, Philip? Usually I get kind of irritated when it comes to erasing all the pencil lines because it lightens the black of the ink lines a little bit. But this time it's actually working out to my benefit because I do want the lines a little bit lighter. Black is slightly heavy for the sketch that I'm doing. So for once I'm pleased to be erasing it. Oh, thank you, Chen Man. Okay, pencils are done. Inks are done. Coloring time! Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, so I'm gonna set the tone by doing the background, and I apologize to anybody who's gonna find this incredibly boring. But I have to do the background first. It'll help me know how light all of this, the white is gonna look. I'm gonna leave the shards with white paper, and then I might actually add in a few extra shards, but those ones I can do with the Copic opaque white, which now I have, thanks to Christina Linsner. So I want a pretty dark background. Let's start with C5. Changed my mind. I'm going to start with C3 and work to dark from there, because I kind of want it to be a little bit lighter around her her head and the ice shards to kind of give the effect that they're glowing a little bit. We'll have to see if this works, right? We won't know. And I'm gonna intentionally make it kind of splotchy, which is just gonna make things easier for me so that I don't have to make sure it's all super blended and all of that stuff. Oh, Wayne, hello! I'll see you soon, I can't wait. I leave tomorrow morning. I leave the house at 4 a.m. and I am so excited for this show. Just so you know, Wayne, have you been to Baltimore before? Because I have not, especially not for the show. It seems like everybody has booths. Oh, yes, that would be it, Chan Man. The colors and conventions get printed. It's because the digital is far more smooth. It's all fully colored with digital. With Copic markers, I'm using markers, so they don't necessarily reproduce the same, and they it's just a completely different medium. So yeah. Yes, it is. That's so cool. Because I looked at the map and I'm like, oh my god, it looks like I might have a booth. Woot! Oh, he did great, Gabriel. Thank you. As soon as we got home, he seemed like, I don't know if he was happy to see us or not. You know, with cats, it's almost impossible to tell. But then once we all went to bed, which was pretty much as quickly as we possibly could once we got home, Sherlock is just outside the door just howling at us like, oh my god, you guys get home only to like go again. He was very upset. No, poor cat sitter. You're arriving Thursday afternoon, so am I. It really does seem like it's an artist-friendly show. They are so nice. I can't wait. Tom, I'm not sure what you mean. Did the cat sitter survive? She adores Sherlock, and he's so good for her. I suspect that he's better behaved for her than he is for us. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, he seems pretty good. I'm sure he's like upset and howls while we're gone, but no, I think he's very happy for her to be there whenever she is. So she visits him, brushes his teeth, feeds him, plays with him for a while, and yeah, they really can be mean that way. But yeah, Sherlock seems to be pretty nice about it. It's just he's mean when you like go to pet him and he wants you to stay and you walk away. He'll like dig his claws into the back of your leg, which really is unpleasant. Yes, he knows the treat to get treats from the cat sitter. Tranquil Mist. Yeah. And Wayne, are Pip and Rosie cats or dogs? Yeah, exactly. Get back here. And like the most painful way possible, like digging his claws. I have like little like actual cat claw stab wounds on my leg. No, Tom, I don't open the book at all. Most of these are on their way to be graded, so I'm really careful, and I basically work on the surface, and that's it. No touchy. Oh, hey, James. Yeah, grade them through CGC or CBCS. They were cats. Aw. I'm so sorry, Bat Joke. I'm assuming they are in kitty heaven now. I'm so sorry. I'm so dreading the day when that happens with Sherlock. The kids actually took this vest, which is very similar in color to Sherlock, and they didn't take a picture of it, which I'm super bummed about, but they took this my vest and kind of balled it to make it look like Sherlock when he's kind of sitting all hunched together, and put it on one of the hotel beds. And apparently if you looked at it from the corner of your eye, it looked like Sherlock, and so literally they were making little mini blanket Sherlocks to pretend he was with us. They missed him so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shane. Wow, 20 years old, that is amazing. You took such good care of them for them to last that long for a cat is a really long time. What did you feed them? This is an interview now. Whoa, Shane, those are valuable, valuable books. Oh my God. Jesus, that is so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna let it fade out like this with random splotches. And fade in the same way. Yeah, I'm sure you were pissed. I would be super pissed. All right, now I've switched to C5, and the reason why I'm using the cool gray markers is because she's all icy and stuff, and so I think the blue-gray gives off the proper vibe for that, as opposed to using one of the other grays that I use technically more often. But this one is more appropriate for this particular character, in my opinion. Still, Shane, the thought of it makes me so sad. I can't even. That is just the worst. So terrible when people do that and just steal stuff like that. Especially, you know, one of those books. They're not replaceable. Very, very rarely, Gabriel Black. Really, I don't like wasting the Copic black. I'll use a T10 sometimes or a C10, but in general, if I need to go black, I just use straight up ink or Sharpie marker or something like that. Not that I'm trying to save it for anything, it's just something someone said to me one time is like, you know, if you need actual black, just use ink. Copic marker is so expensive, and it's kind of true. Alright, just blending out the edges a little bit. I think I might need to refill my C4. It's a little dry. Yeah, I would generally use it last. It's something I'd need to try again and give it a little test, but I feel like last time I did, the Copic does tend to pull a little bit of the Sharpie. Now, Sharpie is permanent though, so that makes it better and safer to use than some other things, but I don't really want to also like contaminate my marker nibs with the Sharpie permanent, so I tend to do it at the end, but I'm sure there's a way you could work with the two of them at the same time. I'm just a little scared. Okay, I need to do a quick refill of C4. Just make sure this is C4, yep. Who were you supposed to meet, Scott? All right, typical overfill. But honestly, for this, it's not going to be a bad thing. I'll just be careful when I open the lid that it doesn't splatter everywhere. But it is nice when I'm working on something that's going to require so much ink like that to just have a really freaking full marker. Oh, Stanley. Okay, I missed the comment that you were referring to. Oh, wow. That is awesome, Hans. Did you stock up? Because you were going to Michael's right after the con. That must have been amazing. How happy were you on a scale of 1 to 11? Extremely excited. I love it. Oh, sorry, Chromophage. All right, time to open the C4. It's gonna be pretty full. Ah. You know what? It fell somewhere where it doesn't matter because I'm gonna be filling all of that up anyway. So thank God it didn't go on her face. And I was trying to be careful, but clearly not careful enough. Yeah, really. You could not be more right, Scott. Yep, giant splotch. Yes, I'll make it disappear. It shouldn't be a problem because I'm kind of coloring that whole area the exact same color anyway, / a darker blue. So I should be okay. Unfortunate that it happened, but not the end of the world because of its placement and color. Thank you, Chromophage. As you can see, I hadn't quite figured out the effect when I did this part right here. So it's kind of slowly coming into focus, but hopefully I can find a way to like fudge it with some colored pencil or something to make this area match with the rest. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, no warning. Did that just make you feel all kinds of sick, Tom? Lesson learned, dab pad at the ready. Okay, now I'm using number 5, just taking it lightly so that it fades out. Okay, C4 for in here. And I have about 23 minutes before I need to go pick up my Mr. Stink, which is Lyndon. And then finish packing, try to get to bed early so that I'm not completely dead tired tomorrow morning at like 3 when I need to get up. And then it's Baltimore, woohoo! Once I get back though, I'm gonna be home for like a week and a half, which is amazing, because in that week and a half, I need to do 2 things. I need to get my art book files ready and off to the designer who's doing the layout for the art books, and I need to have the Zenescope cover and patch colored. So both of those to-dos need to happen before I go off to Vancouver Comic-Con. So I have about a week and a half to get all of that done. So I'm gonna need to kind of haul ass when I get home, but it's gonna be great just to be home, have a few days wearing no makeup to give my face a rest, and all of those glorious things. And probably also some Halloween and Christmas decor shopping, because I gotta. But Baltimore first, and I'm very excited to be at the show. And for anybody who is going to be there, I am at booth number 2118. And I'll post a little picture of the map with where I'm at And like on Friday, like when the show begins, I'll post a little map on my Facebook page. So any of you who see that know where to find me. Because, and the reason why I'm posting the map and all of that is because, you know, in general, I'm in Artist Alley. So, anyone that knows me or follows me here is probably used to finding me or looking for me in Artist Alley. So I want to make sure you all know where to find me. Oh, thank you. That is so nice of you, Hans. So you didn't notice the, like, my eyes watering and, like, burning and all that? Well, I guess you wouldn't notice the eyes burning, but maybe the watering eyes. Are you saying bah humbug to my decor, Shane? Are you a bah humbug kind of guy? Am I set for Emerald City? Yes, I think as far as I can be. Right now, I do have a table approved. I'll be in Artist Alley. They wrote around and said they're not going to be sending us our invoices for table payment until after New York Comic Con, but to not worry, everything is under control. They're just very busy. So I think that I'm as set as I can be. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, it's Clay Duchesne. Haha. Hello, Clay. Right now your name is that fluorescent green that I literally can't read. Okay, everyone, the Clay I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but the Clay is on and this piece is his. Don't worry, Clay. This dot right here will be fixed in the end because this part of her jacket is that color and this part of her jacket is white acrylic paint. So it was unfortunate that there was a drip, but the drip will be gone. Sorry, Tom, I forgot to give you a warning. All right, so right now I am still using the C3 and I'm just working into the C3 that is already there. So the little outline that I put around all the elements is also C3. And this one is C3 as well. I'm just putting it on top really and blending it outward. And I don't want to waste marker, so I'm leaving the portions white that I'm going to be coloring in with another marker anyway, so there's no point in coloring it twice. Aw, thank you, Clay. Okay, see you later, Tranquil Mist. I am gonna be heading out in about 15 minutes, so I probably won't still be streaming, so have a good time on your stream. Advice on working on the Mrs. Right arm brace. Oh, okay. Yes, you can message me. I am leaving pretty much right away, so I might not have a chance to answer you for a little bit, but I will try. Especially since now the commission emails are coming in, so I've got a lot of emails to attend to at the moment. Okay, now I'm using C5. You are so awesome, Scott. Thank you. All right, next one down. I know this seems like it's really tedious, but this is actually quite fun to do, to work on all these dots. I don't know, maybe it's something that like you have to be a certain type of person to enjoy, but like when I was 8 and 9 years old, one of my favorite things to do was literally just to take a small piece of paper, think like, you know, a little notepad piece of paper, and do one whole ring of dots with marker in red and then orange and then yellow. And so I do the whole rainbow in squares all the way until it was just a dot in the center. I mean, it would take me hours, but for some reason I just loved it. Oh, really? That's awesome. That was so cool of you though, Scott. Thank you so much. All right, you guys get the picture. Yes, there's 15 minutes left. Let's do something else. You've seen enough of the dotting. Obviously, we have a basic plan of how it's all gonna look, and it's not gonna hurt the piece for me to leave the rest of the dots for another time. Whereas if you do that with the face, for instance, and then try to color it again later, it's a whole disaster situation. So it's no biggie, and I can actually do that the rest of it later. I have an idea of what it's gonna look like, and that's what I needed to be able to picture the rest. Yeah, no, that was literally something I did when I was a kid. Now I think it would drive me crazy, but for something like this, it's pretty fun. All right, I'm gonna take a little look at her outfit again. Actually, I have it here. All right, it's a pretty strong blue that she's got going on, that is for sure. All right, so let's get the hair going, I think. And I think that I'm still gonna give her actual skin tone. I'm not gonna make her say like Harley, where I actually give her blue toned skin, because even though she is very, very pale, she's still light skin tone. She's not white, like whitewash, like Harley is. So I am gonna give her, I'm gonna try to stay as light as possible. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, Hans, his name is Oddhack on here, gave me E70, which is a color I don't own, and I still need to test it and add it onto my hex chart, which is exciting. Let me see, let's get a little piece of paper here. Oh, come on. Art is my job. Where is paper? What on earth? Here we go. Let's give this marker a little test and see what it's like. Oh, it's like a pretty frosty, dusty rose color. Very nice, Hans. I like it. I need to add it onto my hex chart, and that is just so much exciting when I get to do that with a new marker. Okay. I don't think pinks are gonna work for her on this one, but I will work on her skin tone with my usual E41, and I'm going to use YR 4 zeros. Actually, this is a very gray toned. E40 is a color I was trying to use as a lighter one for E41, which you would think it should be just the next shade lighter, but no, it's lacking color. So that's why I never use it. But for someone like her that's supposed to be lacking color and almost like take a Caucasian skin and dial it back, or like give it 50% more brightness, and that's kind of what her skin looks like in the TV series, which is the character I'm doing, right? So I think I'm gonna do E40, which is awesome. I finally get to put this marker to good use, because I bought it and was like, oh my god, it doesn't work as a lighter tone. I switched to this one, which is a lighter tone. Crazy, huh? That's why you really can't go by the lids with Copic marker, because this one looks lighter, but actually on paper, that one's lighter. So definitely have yourself any kind of hex chart, or even like a little tester piece of paper like this. Do something so that you're not like going by the lids, because that's not a good idea. All right, I have 10 minutes, and I think that that is enough time to do her face. So let's get her face in there. No, not that I'm aware of. Some of them will sell the Copic chart, or you can actually just download the Copic chart for free. The hex chart that I use is not free, but it's only $5. So in my opinion, it is well worth the price. I'm gonna go even lighter. Sorry, you guys, I'm just trying to make sure I'm using the right color here. I don't want to use the wrong color and screw up everything. So these are all the really light ones that I have, and yes, I am not using my hex chart, and the reason why is because it's packed downstairs. Fail. But do you see how light this is? It's crazy. No, $5 is not bad, and it's worth every penny. As you guys can see, I'm having to test all my markers without my hex chart because it's downstairs, and it's not worth running down to get right now. How are the Copic laser printer toner paper? You know what? There's nothing with the quality of paper, it's the thickness of the paper. You need something about 2 to 3 times as thick as like printer paper, in my opinion, because these do get the paper wet. And printer paper is too thin. You try to go over it a couple times and your paper is just gonna turn into tissue. Yeah, I get the chart. It's worth every penny. I'm wasting time right now because I can't figure out what to do. But I will use the E40 for her hair. So let's at least start with that because I don't want to screw up on this. Hey, Elias JE, thank you for the follow. Does it do anything with the toner? Let me see if I have something printed out. Okay, here is a label for my prints. You know how I was sending proofs to the printer? I'm gonna use a marker that I'm not too worried about. All right, so this is, C4 is too dark. Here we go. I'm using Cool Gray number 2. This is paper, just normal printer paper, and toner. So let's give it a look. Yeah, works just fine. The toner paper stays on there, no problem. Aw, thank you, Lino. There's no bleeding from the toner. And while the paper is okay, and it might not actually turn into a, like, mush, it might be fine. So you can actually give it a shot and see. I would recommend a slightly thicker paper if you can, just because you'll have a better time. You'll be able to blend more. But if you're really in a bind, I'm sure it can work. At least it does work with toner ink. All right, now I have 4 minutes left because I've wasted time. Well, not really. Talking with you guys about art is not wasted time. You could sit here and watch me do tons of dots, or you could learn something as well, or at least get my opinion. Okay, here we go. Now I'm trying to decide on a color. Too pink is not a good idea, so it looks like I might just have to do exactly what I was planning to do from the beginning and use E40. Because E40 is a lot more gray. Like, I decided not to use it as the lightest tone for my skin color because it has a real washed out ashy tone to it. But it'll be perfect for Killer Frost. That's right, it will bleed through. So let's just give her ear a little testy test here. Yeah, it looks like a very ashy white skin. So I'll use that for her skin tone, and it's gonna get lighter as it dries, and then I'll use, I'll go into the darker of the skin tones. I'll go into the darker of the skin tones, to do all the shadows and stuff. Oh no, go for it, Hans. I have 2 minutes left. So while you're typing up your question, I'll just keep doing the dots. Sorry guys, I was trying to move into something else, but I got all distracted and need my hex chart to decide. Well, I wasted time because I don't have my hex chart, so I had to find the right marker. Get a hex chart if you color with Copic markers. And I'm so glad that I found that hex chart because that's what I was doing all the time, and I was working on an actual comic book series. Well, I am. I'm still working on Divinica, but for that particular book, I was doing the whole thing colored with Copic markers, and I was doing that to decide on the right color or the right shade for the main color that I used every single picture. Hex chart. Oh, you know what? That is a tough one. I use a... Oh my goodness, I don't remember the name again. I think it's called a Microtech. I wouldn't recommend the one that I have. It's a very high quality one, but its drivers are quite old and they don't update them ever. So I pretty much don't use their drivers, and I've kind of found a way to fudge it, and it's very expensive. I don't know what other one to get though, and in my opinion, a simple office scanner works just fine. There's, I think, one by Brother that scans 11 by 17. You can also find them on Kijiji, believe it or not. Usually they're like a scanner printer combo thingy. That's my alarm. They're a scanner printer combo thingy, and because there's so few people generally that are looking for such a large scale scanner, you should be able to find it without too much trouble. Alrighty, well, my alarm just rang, as you guys can see, and I need to go pick up my son and pack and get ready to go. And I will be posting pictures from Baltimore. If I do any sketches at the show, I will post those as well. For everyone else who isn't in Baltimore, I apologize for inundating you with Baltimore. It's just I need to make sure everybody who is there can find me, etc., etc. So I will see you all later. I love you all a tons. Thank you so much for being here with me. You guys are awesome. See you tomorrow, Mike. Thank you for getting my shirt. You guys rock. I will be in touch next week for lots of digital coloring, which is what I need to do next week. So I'll see you all on Wednesday next week for digital coloring, and I love you all. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. If you aren't already, follow me on Instagram or Facebook so you can see the process of any art that I do on the weekend. Have a good one and enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.